Hello, I am Eli Juicy Jones. This is Orbital Vaping Headquarters, Juicy Jones HQ. Today we're going to talk about the Drop RDA. It came here. Brett from Cloudy Vapor sent that to us because he wants you to see it before you buy it. And I'm going to show it to you. And it's Black Friday. We're going to talk about Black Friday. It's exciting. Okay, check it out. VapeAM, it's a Drop RDA, and it's Black Friday. Black Friday again. I love talking about Black Friday. It's cool. We're going to talk about Black Friday a little bit. But first, you know, it seems like every time I turn around, somebody has slapped their name on some RDA that somebody has sent them and made another new trendy product. And today we're going to look at the Drop RDA. The Drop RDA is a little guy that's got a squonk. It's got a top cutting post. We're going to open this thing up. It's got a unique kind of deck. Not unique, actually. There's one more called the Dead Rabbit that's sort of similar, but we're going to open this up. We're going to put a single and a dual coil in this thing, which not everyone is doing. I saw this on Instagram and I was like, I'm totally going to do that. It's totally easy. You're going to love it. And I'm going to tell you what I think about how high it is and a few other kind of nitpicky things. And overall, I'll tell you what I think. First, let's say hi. I want you to join me at a trade show, West Coast Vape Expo. It's going to be on and December 9th and 10th, Pasco, Washington. Sorry, it's early. Make sure you have a cup of coffee, by the way. Pasco, Washington. We're going to be there with Van Gogh Vapes. It's going to be great. They're letting me hang out at their booth all weekend long. It's going to be super cool. And I want you to come meet me. A bunch of the fam's coming. And so if you can come message me anywhere or email me at juicyjones@gmail.com and we'll talk or whatever. But you can meet up with me there at 9 o'clock in the morning, starting on day 1, and I'll be there till the end of day 2. What else? Black Friday. First of all, I want to say hi to everybody in chat. I forgot. I'm such a jerk. Hello, Brady, Sharkbait, Red Bastard from the Netherlands. Hello, good morning. I don't recognize your name from before, and so welcome if it's your first time. I'm so stoked. Hey, Heavy Metal Mama, it's great to see you, Brandy. William, Tony, Tommy, Brady, Jeremy, Chili Dog had to run to the store, he said. And so you guys are all great. Love all y'all. Y'all are the best. Hope you're having a great day. I lost a bunch of the chat too when I went to the participant thing. Oh. So I want to remind y'all that with Black Friday coming up, it happened. So there's a bunch of stuff coming on. I'm going to put a battery in my vape here and vape along with you. I've got my Ultra Coils mech here with my Carrot RDA. Carrot is still my favorite RDA of the year. And some of the new, this is the new Banist, the new cannoli coming from Van Gogh Vapes. They're reformulated cannoli. And not everyone has this. It's not going out yet. William Lingle says he's in Pasco, Florida. That's killer. So it's time for Black Friday, and I'm not going to talk about this too much, but I just want to give you guys a few ideas and talk about a few things. First, Dot Mod is having a big sale. I bought the Peachtree 22 and the Dot Mod RDA 24 yesterday for half price. So go to Dot Mod and see if there's something that you want to buy. One piece of advice my girlfriend gave me was that don't buy anything for your Black Friday that you weren't going to buy anyway. And so for me, it let me catch up with some stuff, and I want to help, and I want to thank the contribution of Daniel Lancaster Spaniel, because he donated a bunch of money to the channel so we could catch up on some gear. And as you guys know, I pay for all the stuff out of my pocket and from donations from you. So thank you, Daniel. Other people have donated before, of course. Many of you, including M's and I forget everyone's name because I get all nervous now, but also Todd Wester and a bunch of other people. And of course, all of you, I thank you so much. Julie Dickinson. I love you all so much. So anyway, he donated some to the channel, and so I bought both of the Dot Mod pieces that I wanted, half price. Also, the Dot Mod drip tips that you guys see me with all the time. These are on sale for $5. Dot Mod aluminum and Teflon drip tips. They're the best 510 friction fit drip tips there are. That's hard to say, friction fit drip tip. And I absolutely love them. I bought 2 more of those. Peachtree RTA 22. 22 is my favorite size for RTAs, just me, and RDAs. And I also bought the RDA 24, which I'm so excited with the screw down clamp. That is super exciting for me. So make sure you go over there and check that out. Also, Van Gogh Vapes, AZ Swag Sauce, they're both having big sales. So go over to ding, 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 AZ Swag Sauce. They're having a like $50 for 6 120s sale or 5 120s. And Van Gogh Vapes has all of their newest stuff on sale, including Amore, Eaton Mess, Belgian waffles. I mean, all the stuff that I like that you guys know about, and then all the stuff that you can try too, including the new stuff, the watermelon line, and all of those. So go to vangovapes.com, go to azswagsauce.com. I think it's swagsauce.com now, and check out their Black Friday deals. Also, from Element Vape, I bought a Haster mouth to lung, which I am so excited about. I've got a whole bunch of stuff from Cthulhu. I love Cthulhu. And in fact, we'll touch on this in a little bit when we get to the drop. But I bought a Haster, and I bought, what else? Let me just check this out. The internets are slow. What's going on? I bought a Haster and a Dead Rabbit. And the Dead Rabbit I'm going to compare to this guy. It's basically the same as a drop, but it has a slightly lower deck, slightly. And you'll see why I did that when we look at the drop here in a second. I also got donated to me through Daniel the complete Steam Crave Titan kit. So we're going to see the huge Titan. And I was cracking up about my Captain and how my Captain is so much smaller than the Titan. This is going to be like, it's going to stick out that much all the way around because this thing is so big. But if you haven't seen the Steam Crave Titan, the thing is a beast. It's huge. It's 41 millimeters. I'll be building that and filling it up and taking it to the trade show in Pasco, Washington, December 9th and 10th. West Coast Vape Expo, y'all. That'll be cool. And what else did I get? We had a big, long discussion about this yesterday. I bought new batteries. IMRbatteries.com is having a big sale. If you have to have 18650 batteries, then these homework batteries from Home Tech are on sale for $5 a piece. Go buy a billion of these. Get rid of all your 18650s. You can replace them all with either Homework or Home Life batteries, and they're on sale for $5. These are great. And they also have 18650 or 2700s and 21700s on sale. So I bought 2 more 21700s to fit into my capo. So I'll have 3 of these soon. And I also bought 2 more just regular brand 2700s for these mods. So I bought a few extra batteries. Batteries are always good. IMRbatteries.com is a great place to go for that. That was actually a maintenance thing. Make sure that you replace your 18650s every year, y'all. You can't use batteries forever, and especially with the 18650s, one of the problems with them is dendrites. And if you doubt anything of what I'm saying or don't understand, click on the link below and watch the Nova documentary, search for the super battery, and it'll explain kind of how batteries fail. And one of the things that's important is that you have to get new batteries, probably every year, but at least every 18 months. You should replace them every year. That's what I recommend. And so what else for my Black Friday sales? I got more stuff. I just can't really remember. I got some new batteries. I got the Petrie, the Titan, Dead Rabbit, Haster. For now, that's all that's coming to mind. But don't forget to go to Swag Sauce and Van Gogh Vapes, and if you can use your code, try it. But I doubt they'll work on the Van Gogh on the sales. But if they do, that's great. The code's JUICYJONESHQ. So all of you guys, hope you're having a great holiday. I'm going to the mail today. I've got to send something. I forgot what it is. It's over there to Brady, and I've got 2 prize winners: one for the carries tank and one for the Wintel EIF Rambo kit that we gave away. So those things are going out today, and that's going to be fun. And I just want to say hi again to everybody in the chat. Yeah, that's right. Grab the stuff. Hey, there's JT Munn. Great to see you. Everybody, make sure that you go grab your super cheap Black Friday stuff this morning, because it'll all be gone. I know that the sales continue till Monday, so maybe I'll be wrong. I use it as a chance to catch up on some of the stuff that I had been ignoring because I've been short on cash lately. That is delicious. It's also a good time to pick up drip tips. Like I said, $5. $5 for Petrie drip tips. I'm telling you, go to dotmod.com and buy as many of those as you can. And they come in every color ever. cases for 2700s. You got to get some of those. Those are on sale. Everything like that's on sale. Okay, let's get to it. It's the drop. The drop. You know, it seems like I said, every time I turn around, there is some new thing that somebody has smacked their name on. And I'm not complaining at all about the Vapor Chronicles or anybody else. But sometimes the way this works, I just want to remind you guys, these vape companies do something and then they send you an email saying, hey, do you want to put your name on this? And they'll do some lip service to making changes to it or small alterations. But don't think that these people are engineers and these vape reviewers are sitting down designing RDAs and RTAs and stuff. That's not what's happening. They're getting designs from the manufacturers, and they're basically said, do you want to put your name on this or not? And eventually you pick one that you think is good, and then that's how that works. And so this is a pretty good one. The drop is okay. What this is an RDA that the idea is that you can cut the leads underneath. What do you think? Is it going to focus? You can cut the leads underneath, and then it will. That's really crazy. Underneath the posts, and then those posts will. And then that makes it super easy to mount coils on there. And it's absolutely true. That is absolutely true. It is easy. Okay, let me just lower the focus a little bit here. So here's the box, and it has a nice little window here. I've got the manual stuck in front, and the manual is a very minimal type thing in 10 languages like usual. It came wrapped up in in foil, and these were broken. Like the whole thing was sealed. You guys saw this. I opened this live on Instagram /JuicyJonesHQ, and these things were open. So I have no idea what's going on there, but it was a little bit strange. The kit is good. It comes with all the basic stuff that you need. I'm just going to set this lid aside here. Be a little bit of Bob Ross. The RDA itself, which is right here, we're going to take this apart and show it to you. It comes with a cool, I don't think this is actually Ultim, but it comes with a cool yellow drip tip. That's a slightly smaller, it's 810 size. The hole in the top is 810 size. And it comes with a pretty good kit that includes a tool to loosen and tighten the screws. They're all flatheads, a bunch of O-rings, a 510 adapter, just like Cthulhu always does, and a squonk pin. I've already taken the squonk pin out and put it into the thing, and we're going to actually use this. But the way you change the squonk pin is super easy. You simply unscrew it and screw it back in. You don't have to do anything really except hold the top down. So it's very convenient, requires no trickery whatsoever. Let's just get in there. I'm going to shut that lid. Shut that lid. I forgot to write the word squonk onto the video, because you know that would have had some people are into that. They love the word squonk. People love the word squonk. All right. So I took that out, and this screw came out. Now, one thing they don't include is extra grub screws, but you can just buy flathead grub screws from the store. And in fact, if you want to replace these, you can do that too. It's not like you're stuck with these sizes. I'm sorry, you're stuck with the sizes. It's not like you're stuck with flatheads. You can certainly replace these grub screws with anything you like. Let's move this down a little bit, shall we? So you guys can see a little better. I'm having a lighting problem on my desk. It doesn't seem to want to light up. Yeah, that's depressing. Okay. And then maybe we'll do a little bit better with the focus. Hello. Huh. Normally I have very bright light. I have an idea of something to do. Pardon me 1 second. I have sort of a contingency for this. Just a sort of extra light that I don't always use. But it could work quite well. Yeah, that's better than nothing. My other light's just a little bit low on the charger. Okay. Gosh, that's way better. You can actually see in there. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you this little guy so far. That is the deck. And it's kind of cool. I've got it on my Vape Nut stands. If you guys don't know Vape Nut, check them out on Instagram. You see here, I've got a single coil in there coming in underneath, but all this really is 4 post holes. I'll even go closer here. There's 4 post holes that go down into a deck that you can squeeze coils underneath or above. Now you could go down below and above, 2 on top, or like we have here, 1 on the squonker, and you see the squonk pin is right there. And what's great about this is that they trim super easy. So in this case, I'm going to take this little guy out of here just to show you guys. We'll refocus down on the deck. It seems like we have split opinions about the dead rabbit too. I personally, this to me works the best here. I think this deck is too tall. When you put, we're going to put dual coils on this in a second, and you're going to see that when you put dual coils on there on the top, it's a full 10 millimeters from your coil down to the deck. And that puts the highest emphasis on cotton. And that works almost the worst, unfortunately. But the squonking on this, for example, is absolutely amazing. It works totally great. I'll put this on the squonk box and just show you. I don't care if it gets just a little bit messy. Actually, I might do the squonking in the middle. This is my little VT25. I have this at a measly 55 watts. I put these in here last night. I never bothered to clean them or brush them or anything, so they're a little bit uneven. I'm just running my tool through them. Yeah, there we go. They look much better. So as you can see, those are just, that is a single coil down inside there. Come on, focus. And this is my favorite build on this thing so far, is a single coil put down. All I did was take my coil and trim it and stick it up through here and then chop it and tighten them down. It was so incredibly easy. We're going to take this out and put some dual coils in, and I'm going to show you how you don't even have to trim this thing. It's pretty interesting. Let me grab my screwdriver, and I'm just going to unplug these or unscrew this. These are real easy to use. They're large gauge. In fact, this is a 2.5 millimeter flathead. All right. Oh, I unscrewed the wrong one. Maybe I should do the right one, huh? Let's see. And yeah, someone's telling me I can't wait. Try my new Drop RDA. Let me show you these coils that are on here. You'll notice that all I did was roll that thing up, stick it in there. It was so easy, y'all. Do not hesitate to try a single coil. It's a little hot. I don't want to touch it, but it's super easy. You just cut them short to start and stick them up in there. Make sure it's not too short and put them up inside there. It's so great. Here is a single coil that is already used, so don't get distracted by the fact that it's a triple coil Clapton. Don't get distracted by the fact that it already had cotton in it. It's a little bit messy. I just wanted to use this as an illustration because I used both of these coils in here already. You'll notice that one of these is trimmed and one of them is not. And so the truth is, I realized after I did this that I didn't even really have to trim this. I put these coils in here. Oops, I put them in the wrong way. You put them in there side to side. Tighten them up on the post. I'm having trouble getting my flathead in there. That's why I hate flatheads. I think they should have made this Phillips scrub, but many people prefer flatheads because they live in World War I and they're romantic about scratching things. I don't know. I don't understand at all. There's absolutely no reason to use flathead anything unless you're trying to be romantic, and I don't find it romantic. I find it annoying. or most likely it's cheap for them. That's my guess. Okay, so there's a coil. You just stick that thing in top and wait till you see how close these get. I mean, they are almost going to touch on top. But look, that's not even trimmed. Not even trimmed. And you can't have a single coil option on this thing, but that's at 0.4 on the reading right there. This other guy, I simply trimmed him short, stuck him in there, and then trimmed it down below. Now, I am going to trim this thing in a second for you, and I will show you how it works. So don't get the idea that we're not going to show any trimming here. We definitely are. But I realized that I didn't actually have to do that. I need to unscrew this. I need to unscrew this little guy right there. Yeah, there we go. So now this one's already trimmed down to the correct size, and I'm just going to plop it in. And screw it down. Get that tool out of there. And now I'm just tightening the crap out of those. So you'll notice that those are like up top. They're pretty close together. I haven't stretched them or moved them or anything. But we're going to get those so that they're almost right next to each other. Oops. Oh, that one. I twisted the wrong way, y'all. I hope it didn't screw up my coil. We get them till they're almost right next to each other. And then we'll wick those right where they are. One of them is like a little bit lower than the other, and that's kind of bugging me, but it won't bother me long. Now, one of the things that bothers me about the drop is that this is a tall, tall distance for a squonker. I mean, there's the squonk hole right there on the bottom, and it comes out. And that is like 10 millimeters for your cotton to have to work. So this works much, much better as a single coil in the middle. The squonking works okay, but frankly, it has an over-reliance on cotton that is unnecessary. So if you're never, so this thing, for example, is not going to be a good vape at 100 watts ever. It's going to sort of hover around less unless you supplement it with some extra juice by dripping on top, which you can always do. It defeats the purpose of a squonk. Or if you just sip on it. If you're sort of a chain vapor like I am, it's going to be much more difficult with this thing. Unless you're using a single coil. Although, having said that, I have a build in here. The single coil build, like I said, is so great at 55 watts. Totally delicious. Plenty good enough. Here we go. Just pulling this through. I'm just trying to get some more length in here. There we go. I'm taking the duck scissors, my goose scissors. I love these things. If you don't have any of these, you should get some. They're from embroidery supply shops. That's where they come from. So one of the principles that you should follow when you're wicking your drop is that you should use the minimum cotton to touch the deck. So you see how long that is? This is a little bit long. Just a tiny bit, but only on the sides. You really just want to, actually, I think I nailed it. You want to get in there and touch the deck, and that's it. You just want to touch the deck. You don't want to go further. Because what happens with this thing inevitably is that there's too much cotton in here, and it gets stuck in the cotton, in the bottom, the ends of the hairs. Just sticks there. Just stays. Just stays there, and it's kind of gross. Okay, so now let's use the squonk. Watch. There it is. Fun, huh? Squonking. I have Eaton Mess in here from Bango Vapes. And you'll see what I mean about it relying on the slowest part of the wicking. I just squonked it, and there it is. It's going to take a while. It is working. You can see it crawling up the side of the thing. I think the contrast in the video might be a little high. And so for you, I think it might look a little bit white. But when you're dripping, it works great because you just cram the coils together and drip into it, and it's fine. It works great. So part of my thing with this is that I like the cotton really short. In fact, one of the things I did as an experiment with was I had the regular pin in, the not squonk pin in, and I cut the cotton so that it was just outside the coil, so it was really right there. And it was actually fine. Okay, there's a little bit of a vape. The deal is you really don't want tons of cotton. Tons of cotton with this thing is not good because it'll just sit there and stay dry. That's what it's doing. It's just sitting there, staying dry. All right, we got squonk on the bottom. Let's take a good look at the top cap. One thing that's cool about the top cap is that it's got an 810 opening up here, and everything fits in here. This is good. This is a Kennedy style 810, and they include that with it. It's yellow, which I'm not sure. They include a white plastic one, which is real good. It's wide and tall. This is the one from my Goon LP, which is very wide and short. It fits in here great. Here's a third party one that's a friction fit one. The top cap has O-rings inside, so friction fit drip tips work the best, y'all. Just so you know. You see there's an O-ring inside there? Oops, there's a little hair there. You see there's an O-ring running inside there. Yeah, there it is. Let me just open this thing up. It's gonna hurt my fingers. Ouch. Here we go. The top cap is really difficult to adjust, and I assume that'll break in a little bit over time. But this thing right here is a little bit abrasive on my lips, to be honest. This is stainless steel. It's got an area here where these guys roll through here and occlude part of the hole. So it's going through and it'll get totally closed down there. You can restrict the airflow from nothing down to pretty open on this thing. I actually don't like these holes because the more surface area you have on these holes, the more likely it is that they collect e-liquid. So there's a lot of little places for e-liquid to catch, and sometimes this thing doesn't behave that well. But having said that, it's great. We're going to stick it down inside there. It doesn't move. You have to work pretty hard to move that, but you see we got two dots out of it. So it's pretty good. Not too bad when it's dry. And got a friction fit 810 up inside there. Not too bad. So it's also shaped. You'll notice that the deck has double O-rings, and it's got a little notch cut out of two sides, there and there, just like the old Cheetah. If you guys remember the Cheetah, it also has a contraption on it, almost just like that, that will stop it. So you basically just mash this thing over there. Your O-rings and your notches always force it to be aligned over a single spot. I find it a little bit tough to move this thing into position sometimes, but it works pretty well, especially once you've been starting. Once you get it going, it works just fine. Let's go back up to the top and take a look at this. Hey, we're back. How's it going? We're at 0.2, just right where we were. I'm going back up to 56 watts. For squonking on the dual coil, that isn't quite enough watts. I think I'm going to go back up to, it's only a DNA 75, which is garbage. So we're going up to 69 watts. It's very good. For this build, it isn't nearly enough watts. So even though the flavor is absolutely amazing, let me show you guys one more thing about this that I forgot to mention to you. The reason why the flavor is amazing is that the inside top cap is curved. You see how gently and domed that is? That is the recipe for flavor, my friends. This right here, I've been saying this since the original avocado and Fody, that is a key to good flavor. So they've done a good job here. I'm going to take this out and I'm going to show you converting this from squonk to regular. So watch. We have the squonk box here. We're using it. Let's say I want to convert it so it's a regular one. It's super easy, super easy. The reason we're going this way is that I slightly prefer my regular wattage build on this, and so we're just going to go back the other way. All we do is take out the toolkit, grab the spare pin, out a day. There's the 510 adapter. Is it gold? All right. Now we take the drop. And let me just reiterate, it's because I think that this thing is slightly too tall in dual coil for the squonk. Right now it's caught up, but a second ago it was all dried out. And we have to wait sort of that long for it to work. So we'll grab this thing off here. It actually is not very complicated. Doesn't require too much chicanery. I've got the screw driver. Pin comes out. Shorter pin that doesn't leak goes in. It doesn't leak. I was just kidding. This thing does a great job. It stays pretty dry. Hasn't been a problem on my squonker. The 510's in. It's looking good. What do I have here? It's my Captain, PD270. And I need to put the top back on back there. 77.9, and we're going up to 99.9. That's my jam. With this build, I like about 100 watts. It's pretty good. All right. Let me make sure I've got the top back on. Yep, air's open. Delicious. Oh my God, ding, 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 ding. Two things. I want to say thank you to Chili Dog because Chili Dog just donated 20 pounds to the channel. Chili Dog is another regular donor, and I love you, man. I really appreciate it. He's our friend from France, and he lives the beautiful life, entered engineer, enjoying southern France. And we enjoy your company. Join us on Discord, by the way, because all these guys are regulars on Discord. We chat there. There's a link in the bio. Free with email registration. It's where the Vape family chats with each other. We talk about reviews and stuff in depth, in detail. We talk about stuff. If you're just joining us, I'm Eli Juicy Jones. This is Orbital Vaping Headquarters, Juicy Jones HQ, and I'm just doing an in-depth unboxing and rebuilding of the Drop RDA by Digiflavor. This thing chases clouds like $1 million. When you drip into it, it's pretty tidy. Sometimes you can get some e-liquid leaking out of the sides, but really only if you get it onto the drip tip. I can't really get the top cap out regularly to drip right onto the coils, but that's not a huge deal for me. But I know why people are so flipped out about this thing flavor-wise. The flavor is absolutely fantastic on this thing. And I get it. I totally get that. I'm going to close the airflow down a little bit more. The flavor is eye-popping. It is so good. The flavor on this is so good. That top domed air cap goes right to the drip tip. It's just amazing. It's really good. So these things are only about 35 bucks. You can get one at the Cloudy Vapor. There's a link in the bio. They're not expensive. I recommend it. I think that the deck is a little bit too tall for things to improve. I would go to a dual, like a quad Cyclops, 2 Cyclops holes like this. Side by side on each side. I would do that instead of the multiple holes, and maybe even diagonally. I would maybe increase the size of the top black thing a little bit without increasing the size of the overall thing, just to get a little bit more grip to turn it for the airflow. And I might redesign the bottom to be a little bit more like the original Cheetah, which I had sitting right here. Oh, here it is. A little bit more like the original Cheetah, which has a similar idea of keeping it on the bottom. But do you see how the notch comes out of the bottom and it's into the side of this? And so it's really much easier to make this thing stop than this one where the notch is on the outside. So I would make that change. But otherwise, I think this thing is great. It's not very expensive. Flavor's good. Design is good. I got a few niggling complaints about it, and I think it's too tall. We're getting a Dead Rabbit here pretty soon, which has a lower deck, but I think it probably has some similar problems. But the squonking works well on this thing. Besides it being just a little bit too tall, I still think it's great. You can put single coils in it, dual coils. It's great on single coil too. So this is I give it a thumbs up. You guys tell me if you've got one. Make sure that you click on like and click on the subscribe button, wherever the hell it is. And remember, we come to you twice a week, Wednesdays and Saturdays. Orbital Vaping Headquarters. I'm Juicy Jones. We're going to stay here and chat with y'all in the live audience afterwards and just have a hangout and say hi and stuff. So stick around if you want to. And if you're watching on the replay, thanks for watching, and click subscribe and enter in any comment you want about anything you want. We love the Vape fam. You guys are all great. Thanks so much. Stars and Clouds Creative, hey, by closing the top row, airflow coming through underneath really brings your flavor out. Awesome. Yeah, I agree. I totally agree with you. When I was doing the single coil, I cranked it down real low, and the stepped airflow made it come just to the bottom. It was good. It was really good. But from both sides. It's cool to get a single coil with the air's coming from both sides. Andrew Law, the perforation air holes make the airflow smooth. Yeah, but the perforation air holes aren't what make the airflow smooth. What makes the airflow smooth is the dome top cap and the 810. Even a 510 works. It makes them smoother than if you made it short. But if you make a Cyclops, the airflow is smooth too. Look at the Limitless. The Limitless has the smoothest airflow, but they made the Cyclops tall enough, you know, on that thing. I think the reason that they made this way is so that you could put in single and double and maybe use some of the height in the middle, and that's really cool. The posts, you know, I realize the reason it made it T-shaped because that's where the posts are taking up the space anyway. So it's kind of interesting what they did. The perforation and the step down is a pretty good solution. Hey, Stephen. Brady. Hey, James. Thanks so much, Chili. Let me just give you guys a view of the deck here. I've got cotton bacon in this thing right now. And it's just doing its job. One thing I like about putting the dual coils on here is that you can really just throw it on top and it does a pretty good job. Not much to it. This is a pretty good RDA. I like to take my caps on and off my RDAs, and so this one isn't that satisfying because it's pretty like stay put. Great on the Captain. I love eating mess. Tell me you guys have a cup of coffee, please. Stars and Clouds Creative says the small holes prevent whistle noise and help prevent leakage. I'm not sure that's true. I don't think they prevent leakage. Because what happens is they have more surface area to them, so any liquid that gets to them is going to want to come out. But I mean, it's true that they're smaller than a Cyclops hole, so naturally anything that got to the lip there, you know, it would be showing cohesion there and want to come back down. I mean, maybe it's true. Maybe you're right. It has been my experience so far. It's not a huge complaint. I really like this thing. Pretty good. Yeah, I'm impressed with this thing. Anything that has great flavor and it's easy to build on. I mean, you see how easy it is to build on. That's really the #1 underscore thing, is that this is the ultimate lazy man RDA. It's just like chop chop. Oh, Tony's having black tea. That's what I'm having. I'm drinking PG tips. Anybody else? Pinky's out. I got my pinky out. But I do that differently. That's better. Delicious. So, do the holes reduce leaking? Yeah, maybe so. Maybe they do. Could be. Love it. Oh, by the way, Brady, I forgot to ask you, what'd you think of the Eatin' Mess? I totally forgot. You got your stuff. And the last we talked, I was like, oh yeah, you're going to try it, but it'll taste better tomorrow. So tell me what you think, buddy. He went to he got some Eatin' Mess and some of the new flavors from Bango Vapes. Pretty excited for him. I can't wait to get to that show. I think Daniel Lancaster's going to make it. I think Todd Wester might make it. Joe of All Vapes is going to be there. If you guys don't follow Joe of All Vapes on Instagram, follow him. He's a cool guy. They're making a joke in the chat about something sounding whingy. They don't know if it's the RDA or me. That's funny. Let's hit our mix with our pinky tips. I didn't get it. Ouch. I'm having trouble. The other flavor that Brady got was grape raspberry. The new grape ras. Hey, Steven, great to see you. And the cheeky cherry cola, he says. This thing is great. I have to say, that the Carrot RDA that's on this Ultra Mech is still one of my favorite things of the year. If this is on sale for Black Friday, definitely buy one of these. The iJoy Ultra Coils Ultra Mech 2700. I love this thing. Comes with a great RDA. I actually like it better than the Drop because it's so small and good. The flavor on the Drop is so delicious, y'all. That is so good. Well, tell me what you guys are going to do today. We're going to have another broadcast here in a few minutes. And it's going to be Just Finished Games. If you don't follow us on Just Finished Games, follow us there. We're going to do a little bit of Gigantic and Destiny. Every Saturday we play Gigantic and we call it Sabado Gigante. And we're also going to play some Destiny and get some things done. Steven's got some Kona in his hand. That's good. That's great. And everybody looks like they're getting ready to have their day. Okay, so I hope that you guys have a great day. I'm going to go start my day and do my thing. And I'm just so glad you guys tuned in. I hope you guys all had a great Thanksgiving holiday if you live in the U.S. If you don't live in the U.S., I hope you took a day off anyway for fun. And don't forget to click like and subscribe and click on the little bell icon so you don't miss notifications for live shows. I am Eli Juicy Jones. This is Orbital Vaping Headquarters, and it has been Vape AM. We talked about the Drop RDA. We unboxed it. We hung out with you. I love all you guys. Thank you so much, and I will see you guys super soon.